This is a 15 to 20 minute segment for those of you who are a little unsure about maybe getting back into moving your body if it's been so long, or those of you who think you can't do yoga because you imagine it in some sort of way that it doesn't have to be. So I really encourage you to, if you're able, find a mat, and if you're able to get on the floor, then this one is for you. Otherwise, we can have some chair sequences to come up in the future. Another good thing here is to perhaps find a blanket of some sort. If you'd like a little extra padding for the knees. So any folded up blanket is just fine. And go ahead and take your knees wide on the mat, bringing your big toes to touch, and finding a child's pose. So if this is a little too much for the knees, if you have a couple pillows or a couple books, or if you do have a yoga block, you can always set it in between the feet for the sit bones and just stay here. If you'd like to offer that support and then find child's pose, you may. We won't be here all that long, but it's just a nice place to start, to offer a little bit of grounding. A moment of opportunity to just kind of slow down your thoughts from whatever you were just doing, and to come onto your mat and allowing this to be a practice of self-love. And it is a practice, so that self-love might come over time, and as long as you're practicing, the change may be slow, but it's inevitable. So it will come, it is happening. So from your child's pose, take a breath in and take a long breath out. And then inhale, just making your way onto all fours. So setting your pose from the ground up, your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are stacked, and your knees and hips are stacked. You can have the toes curled under or just coming onto the tops of your feet, your choice. And we'll just start to move the spine. So as you inhale, drop the belly button, tilt the tailbone up, lift your heart, your gaze, your chin. And as you exhale, belly button to spine, tuck your tailbone, press into the hands and bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, drop the belly button, lift heart, gaze, and chin. Maybe you pause. And then exhale, belly button to spine, chin to chest, round it out. Inhale, drop the belly button for cow pose. And exhale, round for cat. Maybe closing down the eyes 2 more times. Inhale, move with your own breath. Trust that you know where you're going. 1 more. And exhale around. And coming to your neutral spine. And then just sticking your right toes out long. So you can find a little pulse through the right heel. Or maybe you just hold, pressing your right heel back. Wherever you can start to feel a little stretch in the hamstring. And then start to activate the leg and lift the right toes off the mat. If you need to take a break, just set the toes down and then maybe you bring them back up. Staying connected to breath. Roll out the right ankle. Nice and slow, intentional movement. Reverse the direction. Then inhale, point the toes to the back of the room. And exhale, flex all 5 toes down. See if you can square that little right pinky toe down to the mat. And then we'll just start to add a little bit of movement. So take an inhale. And then exhale, cross the right leg to the left and drop the toes down. Gazing over the left shoulder. Just feeling a little bit of a stretch through the right side body, and take the breath into that space. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming back to center with the gaze and foot. And then exhale, crunch your elbow towards your knee, or your knee towards your elbow. Maybe you make a connection, maybe you don't. And then inhale, lengthen it out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, drop the right knee down and just pause for a moment. Maybe see how you feel in the right side compared to the left. There's no right or wrong. You're just observing. Good. Maybe you curl your toes under and the left leg goes long. Finding stillness or movement, whatever the body's needing. So if we're willing to listen, the body tells us just what it needs through sensation and through observation. We'll inhale, float the left foot off the mat. Rolling out the left ankle in one direction. Maybe you hear a snap, crackle, pop. And exhale, opposite direction. And then inhale, point the toes. Exhale, flex all 5 toes down. Take a breath in. And breath out. Feel like your muscles hugging around the bone in the left leg. Feel like you're putting a mold of just your heel into the wall behind you. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, crossing your left leg over the right, sticking the toes down and gazing over the right shoulder. A big breath into the left side body. Fill it up. And exhale. Take a breath in. And breath out. This time, inhale, bring that left leg back to center. And then exhale, crunch your knee towards your elbow. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it around. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it around. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, drop your left knee down, find all fours. And then turning your fingertips to face towards you. Maybe you can make that full rotation. Maybe you just go out towards the sides. So like at a 45-degree angle. And then inhale, drop the belly button, lift heart, gaze and chin. And exhale, round it out. One more inhale, drop belly button, lift heart, gaze and chin. And exhale, round for cat. Coming to your neutral spine. Curl all 10 toes under this time. Sink your hips back. I'm going to remove the blocks. You can set it aside if you're using one as well. Bring your legs closer together so you can have a seat down on your heels. Offering a stretch to the bottoms of the feet if you need to roll out some sensation from the wrists. Now is your opportunity. The next inhale, going back onto all fours. Taking a moment to set it up. And then we'll just begin to combine those two movements. So we'll inhale, press our right leg back. Exhale, tap the toes to the left side of the mat. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale, crunch the right knee in. Nice and slow. Inhale, press the right leg back. Exhale, tap the toes to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, tap. This time we'll inhale, lengthen. Maybe hold it here for a moment. Be sure you're not hanging out in the shoulders. Everything is active. Maybe you tense your left fingertips. So start to add a little bit of balance between your left leg and your right hand. Maybe you reach that left hand forward with your thumb face up. 2 more breaths. Fill it up. Empty out. Soften the shoulders. Inhale, find length. And exhale to all fours. Take a moment, find your alignment, and we'll do the same sequence on the other side. So typically this is how a yoga sequence builds, just little by little. Inhale, press your left foot back, and then exhale, tap your toes to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Last time to exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lengthen that left leg out. Find your strength. Core is strong. Rooting through your foundation, which is now the right leg and the left hand. Maybe just tent the left fingertips and ease your way into the spinal balance. Or extend your right hand forward. So be sure you're not hanging in. Every pose is a full body pose. Sending energy out of your left heel and through your right fingertips. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. And exhale, bring it all down. We'll take 1 round of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly button, lift heart, gaze, and chin. And exhale, round it out. Good, and then coming to your neutral spine. And then if you have a block, feel free to grab your block. If you just are using a blanket, fold it into a nice little rectangle shape. I think I made this blanket when I was like 12 or something. So anything will do. And having a cross-legged seat with the hips slightly elevated. And then just bring your palms face down on your knees. Sitting up nice and tall, reminding yourself this is a practice of self-love. So I encourage you to close down the eyes and just notice how the physical body feels after just some small intentional movement. Keeping your eyes closed, just gently drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. If you feel a stretch here, great. If you need a little bit more, release the right fingertips from your right knee and drop your fingertips to the mat at the side. And then you can crawl the fingertips out, finding that stretch. Taking it as deep, as intense as you would like. Breathe in. And out through the nose. In through the nose. Out through the nose. As you walk your right hand back to your right knee, drop your chin down towards the chest. Then actively pulling the back of the shoulders away from the base of the head. One more inhale. And then exhale, your right ear circles around to the right shoulder. Actively pulling your left shoulder away from the left ear. Option to stay here if you need a little bit more. Fingertips drop down, and then they can inch away from you to deepen the stretch. And walking your left hand back to the left knee as your head comes back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms above the head. Palms meet above you. And then exhale, hands down into your heart center. You can slightly bow the head in. Offer yourself some kind words. And again, to inhale, sweep the arms wide. Palms touch. And exhale your hands down into heart center. Offering some kind words out into the world, to those you love, to those you're indifferent to. Inhale, sweep the arms. Nice and wide, root down through the sit bones, really tall through the side bodies before the palms meet. And you exhale your hands down into heart center, pausing once again. And honoring that peace, light, truth, and love within. And honoring that very same peace, light, truth, and love in others. And that is the reason for this practice. You can bring your thumbs up to the center of your forehead. And together we share Namaste.